I'm having a hard enough time accepting that the man that I've been with my whole entire life is not with me anymore. And I don't believe in going back into the what ifs and all of that is going to be helpful for me. I don't think it's a healthy response. If I do think about it, yeah, maybe if he wasn't a fireman, maybe if he worked in an office, he would have gotten the COVID and survived it. But that wasn't how he chose to live his life. He loved his job. He loved every job he had, working for the fire department and working for JetBlue. Loved both of them. And that was the kind of person he was. He was a retired fireman. He worked 25 years for the fire department. He was down at the pile on 9/11 that night. Maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, he developed a chronic cough. And every time he talked, he would be coughing. And he did a couple of trips that first week in March. And then early in the second week of March, he was working some more trips, and he was complaining of coughing a lot. But you know what? He always did cough, so it was kind of hard to differentiate, is this worse than normal? He just was getting worse and worse, and the doctor says, no, you need to go to the hospital. He did say to me, I never thought it would end like this. That's what he said. And he kind of knew that he was going to die. And I was telling him, no, Ralph, just fight it. You have to fight it. You got to be strong. And he says, I don't want to die. And that was my last conversation with him. And then they called me at 3:30 in the morning, that Friday morning, and he went on the ventilator. And he just never really got better. And he finally passed away on April 5th. When I got home from the hospital, I was by myself. And then they called me to tell me that he was gone. And I had nobody to hug and nobody to hold me. And that's the worst thing about this disease. It's so isolating. That's the nature of it. It's isolating. Nobody can be close to each other and comfort each other.
I had lost my husband 2 weeks ago, August 18th, stage 4 colon cancer due to 9/11. Bob graduated in 1985 in the police department, Highway 3. He always wanted to be a police officer. September 11th, my husband usually went to work. He left around 12:30. Well, he got a phone call around 8:30. Bob, get in. We need you. So Bob flew in. So end of March, Bob came home and he's like, Debbie, I don't feel well. And Bob never complained. So I said, I think we need to go to the doctor. And so we started going. He had to go for an MRI. He had to go for a CAT scan. And then a couple days later, we got a phone call, and he says we need to make an appointment because the cancer doctor. Our heart sunk. And then we went, and we met the doctor, and he said, you're going to die. And we just held our hands. We just cried. We thought we were going to grow old together. It was like 3 weeks ago. He was going to go for chemo, and the doctor goes, oh, no, you're going to emergency room. So Bob went to ICU. Tuesday, August 18th, I get a phone call, 7:30, you need to come in, but drive slow. Well, I flew, and I had enough time. I gave him a kiss, told him I loved him. He passed. He waited for me